Okay, welcome back to Boruto Anime Review, episode 158. This one reviewing the newest episode of the anime and a newest chapter of the manga. First off, newest episode of the anime, episode 158, The Man Who Disappeared. The episode starts off with Boruto throwing shuriken and him getting kind of angry that he needs to also test out his little, like, worried about his mark in his arm. And then Sasuke pays him a visit. He, of course, is in the training field and basically tells them that they were right about the place. The place was the organization definitely is real, and you shouldn't basically go headlong basically without getting all pursue the enemy blindly. So, in order to make sure that his mark does get attention, he proceeds to give him a black fingerless glove, which is very similar to the one he wears. And well, Boruto wears the rest of the episode. And by the way, that's the only appearance you see of Sasuke the whole episode, because later on you see the entirety of Team 7, including Konohamaru, making his first appearance in the series in quite some time. Like, oh my gosh. It had been such a long time since he's been seen in the series. Like, it must have been like good 30 episodes since he was last seen. And so they give him an assignment to go look for somebody, a man who has disappeared. And they're going to the land of valleys. And it's a place they've never been before, so they're covered by an old friend, Konohamaru. I don't remember this character at all. I think his name is Negado, who apparently Konohamaru has not seen in 2 to 3 years. And seems like he's very distrustful, and he basically was on a long-term mission. Of course, they assumed he was in jail or could be they don't say hospital, but jail, but nope. It was a long-term expedition. Of course, he explains exactly what his mission was while they're basically on the way to Land Valleys. His mission was basically put out small skirmishes. He did this for about 3 years. Yep, despite the fact that the Great Ninja War has ended, there's still some fighting going on, very minor stuff, and his group was basically meant to do that. And they explain this while running and, of course, going on boats, and then eventually they reach the Land of Valleys. They go to the entrance of the place, and there's a guy with a spear. And of course, Konohamaru explains, we're from the village hidden leaves. We're here looking for Mr. Ankano. And then we see his wife, Mia. Yes, his wife. His name is Mia. And she explains that he works for this company that basically develops prosthetic limbs. Yep. And during a research expedition, he disappeared. And so they go visit the company. They try to talk to reception. She's not very forthcoming, though Mia makes a ruckus over her missing husband. So Mitsuke uses that as a distraction to get basically information exactly where they need to go. And so they politely leave, and Mitsuke, after everybody calms down, of course, Mitsuke tells them, "Oh yeah, I kind of find out. I didn't find exactly where he is, but I did find where the search team was searching for him. This area with a big waterfall." And according to Mia, he says, "Oh yeah, my husband's been there. Told me about he's been in that place once." And so they go out there, and they basically get close to the area where they have to stop because they're being chased by shinobi. Where village these shinobi are from, they don't really say. They also mention a bit of backstory of the company. The company was started by a man named Victor, who apparently lost his eye and later also his leg during the Fourth Great Ninja War. And he basically started the company to help people to basically not go the same experience he did. So, and they say that they try to figure out where he asked him about to talk to him, but the reception says he's way out of business trip. That's actually a big fat lie. He is not on a research trip at all. And of course, he's later revealed to be with the search team. After comparing notes and figure out exactly where the guy could be, like he reveals, "Oh yeah, we searched the first 5 in this list. We searched those areas already. He's not there. But this last area we have not searched it yet. So let's go there." Okay, perfectly fine. Also, he revealed that he really wanted to develop a special, let's say, medicine to help regenerate limbs and organs, and also he wanted to basically figure out the process of stopping aging. He wants to extend the human lifespan as much as possible. That's pretty much his goal, which, okay, that's fine. I guess a lot of people have that mission. The Naga is not really trusting of him because he's very suspicious and because he's a businessman. Really big corporate bigwigs are usually not very trustworthy because their final thing is to make lots of money. That's the simple gist of it. So they go to the area and they come across these strange looking like tentacle stuff. Now these are like frozen thing, and then they hear like and of course the president and Konohamaru kind of recognizes what this stuff is, and then Boruto hears something, and they run into a cave, and then they see the man looking for her, who is turned some kind of monster, and basically it's what he's becoming is. And they kind of spoil it with the title of next week's episode, The Hiroshima Cell. Oh boy. Yes, apparently from look at the stuff, it looks like though this guy was researching white Zetsu. That's just my theory. Why the heck he researching the Hiroshima Cell, I have no idea. It's just quite strange to see this. Hopefully next week's episode Bob has an explanation though. The last thing of the tease ever sees this grinning woman who I don't think is Mia, it might be somebody else. It's quite strange. But interesting episode. And this seems like a two-part story arc, basically a two-part story involving this guy. I highly doubt they're going to stretch this off for another episode. Because the 2 episodes after this, apparently they're going back to the Land of Silence. For the first time since the Shikamaru light novel. And apparently that's going to be adapting the light novel featuring Shikamaru and Shan Shikadai. That's what it looks like to me when it comes to the 2 episodes, I guess, what it looks like for next week's episode. But at least that episode looks quite interesting, to say the least. Alright, now moving on, news chapter manga, Time Limit. We have this cover image of basically Boruto with his vessel mark. We continue where last chapter left off, where Keiji is transformed into the creature that was possessing him, the cell, and the guy and Kenjo, the one who's the clone of Jiraiya, fires looks like water at him. Of course, he's marching. Of course, does nothing to him. And it's a fight. Lots of fighting and some chatting here. Like, oh, you reveal your role and stuff like that. Calls him a fool. Yeah, it's a bit of progression here. Enough chit chat, here I come. And we come straight back to the Hokage mansion, where Ikado has been granted asylum officially. And it's like, okay, now you need my... Okay, only in the village. Like, okay, that's fine. Look at these. And then basically Sasuke and then the lead research guy I think his name is Kanoji. You may use our resources only on my direct supervision on the condition that you hand over all your technology without exception. If you're satisfied, hurry up and disarm the bomb around Shikadai's neck. And he's like, oh, that's a decoration. It's like, what? Yeah, you mean it was a bluff? Well then. Though the one that blew up the branch was real. Oh my. What are we going to do if you had realized it? And of course, Shikamaru basically is very justified. He's like, you jerk. Yeah, apparently the fighting got cut off, and then... Looking out that Shikamaru doesn't exactly grab and try to hit him for threatening his son. If we go there now, we'll get the upper hand. I can't... No, I won't. I can't recommend it. And Naruto's like, why not? Isekai has only got one target right now. Kawanaki. I'm like, what? As I explained, Isekai has only got a few days remaining in life. There's no way he'll sit still and do nothing. He has to be implanting the implant. And Kawanaki with another karma before his life runs out. In order to make it possible again for him to use Kawanaki as a vessel to resurrect. Implant Kawanaki with another karma. Yeah, you might just ignore you and teleport to the village. Oh, I will get to that. Like, they talk about basically lots of karma, and then we cut straight back to battle. Sage mode. Well, I'm not surprised about that because he is a clone of Jiraiya, so why not go to Sage mode? He uses flame bombs on this guy and doesn't do much of anything. Punches him really hard. More fire, 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 fire. Massive Rasengan. And then apparently that does nothing to him. The secret Daikorjin. Those are just ordinary stone columns. And apparently, yeah, that traps him. Traps the guy who's Jiraiya's clone. And then he somehow springs up a glass of wine out of nowhere, drinks it. Of course, he also fixes his coat, and drops and breaks on the ground. And also, you should be able to be there for a while. Yep, El Mondo basically is portrayal. So, yeah, he just leaves him there. Puts a seal there. Actually, he summons something, and he summons basically... Yeah, and I think it's... Kaja basically summons a toad to sort of swallow him. Nope, doesn't work. And the toad disappears. Yep, and then, like, no. Why can't I fight? Yeah, and of course then we have Naruto and Boruto fighting. He's like, why can't you fight? Boruto, I'm willing to die for a moment. Or as for Naruto, or as per to Sasuke. What about you? Could you die for the village? And then Naruto gets a call. Like, Naruto, copy, enemy attack. Kakashi has arrived at the village. Ooh my. Yes. One foe is put in the sky above. Chakra data now available. Damn, he's already here. And that's what chapter ends. What a great chapter. I give this chapter a 9.5 out of 10. Fantastic chapter. Looking forward next week. The only problem with the chapter is too much talking. Way too much talking in this chapter. Yeah. But we're looking forward. Next chapter comes out next month. Not next week. Next month. Comes out August 20th. So it'll be almost a month for the next chapter. Yep. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. I probably hopefully have time to do one more review today. One more review for One Piece. Okay? This next video. Bye.